Good morning to you. It's a Friday morning. That means Fridays at this time we welcome in Superintendent of the Shelton School District, Dr. Alex Apostle. Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Happy Friday.
Morning.
Thank you.
Good Friday here today. And big things always happening at the school district. What's most recently that we've been seeing?
Well, let me tell you, this time of the year, I'm submerged in budget development and staffing and how all that interplays in terms of our program next year. And that's taking a lot of my time.
Sure.
I want to make sure that we continue on the path that we've developed to this point, and analyzing revenue and expenses and making sure that you're still continuing to move the district in the direction that we all want it to go. It's very challenging these days.
Seems like with the weather woes, there was a little concern, like how are we going to be able to get open for September this upcoming year without all that snow, unprecedented amounts of snow. But you've worked hard to work with the builders and construction crews and the architects. It says, listen, this has to be done.
It has to be done.
We're cutting the ribbon.
That's right. The school starts September 16th, and I must say that our staff, Robert Heron, Brenda Trogstad, who are directly involved in everything that's going on, and our contractors, great people. They volunteered to work on the weekends, like I think I've mentioned here on the show before, and work 10-hour days, because we're all on the same page. We know that we have to do the very best for our students, and that is to open school on time, and even beyond that, to be on budget with the entire project. And we're doing both. We're on schedule, we're within budget, and I'm very proud to say that that's the direction that we're going, and we want to end up that way.
Read in the Journal this morning, Coach Pringle submitted his resignation, a longtime basketball coach at Shelton High School, done a lot of good for the program, and that's going to be a big hole to fill.
Yeah,
too.
No question about it. You know, I was rather surprised when that happened, but you're right. It's going to finding a replacement is going to be difficult.
Yeah, he's been
he's done a lot of good things for our kids.
They're on the court for that. What else is happening when we move? Let's keep it with the sports sections here. We've got more monies coming down the pike from state funds here, and the likelihood of new fields and a whole bunch of new looks to the sports programs are coming.
I'm glad you brought that up, Jeff, because we also really have been focusing on that particular issue, making sure that our coaches and the public is involved in the development of that. It's a huge project. You know, it's going to be about a $15 million effort to improve our athletic facilities, and I can tell you now from what I know, it's going to be beautiful, and our kids deserve it. Our community deserves it, but we have architects and designers working with our various committees to make sure that, you know, once we decide what we're going to do, everybody's on board and everybody's happy, and that's a critical piece right now, making sure that the right people are at the table to make these kinds of decisions.
And most of that going into the hockey rink, right? I'm sorry. No hockey. But talk about some of the sports, because I'm fascinated by all the stuff coming.
Well, you know, we're going to have a new track. The football field is going to be resurfaced. The pool is going to be dealt with. The baseball fields, the softball fields. I mean, it's major. We're going to have, I believe, according to the architects that I've talked to, when it's finished, there's not going to be any school district that has better facilities than the Shelton School District.
It's really thinking back, as you mentioned the pool, thinking back to the community efforts to save the pool, keep it in the school district. Probably without those efforts, and if it were to be shut down, that might not have had the opportunity to be rebuilt at all.
Yeah, we're spending money, you know, maintaining the pool, and that was a great effort. You know, saving the pool was a big deal because, you know, the taxpayers long ago built that facility, and it's our responsibility to maintain it, to respect our taxpayers, and the community uses the pool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's those kinds of efforts that we want to see continue in the Shelton community. And hey, I keep mentioning it, but the bond and the state match, they're making a significant difference in our school district and in our community. And the community stepped up to the plate and they made it happen.
Turf fields on football help not only with just the pace of play and how things go, but that also helps, as we saw a few years back with some of these major weather events. There was times when we were unsure whether or not we'd get a football game out because the field was so sloppy.
That's right, Jeff. And because the drainage on our football field right now is not very good, and so that's going to be a major undertaking when we replace the surface of the field, is having a quality drainage process there. But along with that, the track and the track facilities are going to be great, but we're doing it right. And we've spent a lot of time analyzing materials that will be used in this project, making sure that when it's finished, we're going to have something to be very proud of, and our students are going to be proud of it. So I'm very excited about all the different things that are happening in our district, not only in terms of athletics, but in terms of the academic program. And the key is we need to keep it going. And that's why I'm spending a lot of time thinking and strategizing about the budget and the benefits of having the money to do these things.
Dr. Alex Apostle, always good talking to you with
Thank
updates
you.
on what's happening in the school district at